Inspiration is for amateurs. The rest of us just show up and get to work. So the ideas will come. You might not recognize them at the time, but that's okay. That's why God invented notebooks and voice memos. Just give those fledgling ideas a nice place to land, and you can sort of harvest through them at a later date. I spoke with Lamont Dozier. He's from the team that wrote 10 #1 Billboard hits for the Supremes alone. He also wrote a few other little songs like How Sweet It Is and Dancing in the Street and Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. And he's in his 80s now, and he still gets up every day and writes songs. So the guy is an inspiration to me. He talks here about writing for Berry Gordy, who was the boss at Motown Records, or Hitsville, USA, as they called it at the time.
Was it a real sort of 9 to 5, arrive at the office and start writing type of a job for you guys?
Exactly, 9 to 5. We punched the clock too at that.
Literally?
Yeah, literally. Berry Gordy worked at Ford's, and that's the way he thought a company should be ran. We punched the time clock. We punched out for lunch, punched back in, and we punched out at 5 or 6. And that's where it was ran for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years there in the early days. But it was no formula. I mean, we were sort of looking for our niche, and we would try things. And Berry Gordy, being a songwriter himself, realized that the creative process, you can't stifle it by looking over somebody's shoulder. You can stifle it, rather, by just being there looking over. So most of the producers and writers were given a head to do whatever they wanted to do, and then if it didn't come out in quality control in the meeting that we had every week or every other week, then we would have to answer to the piper, pay the piper, or else show cause why the stuff is just so bad. You know what I mean?
That's Lamont Dozier of the Motown team of Holland, Dozier, and Holland.